Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rundown, where we talk about 2A news and conservative views. I will be your host today, Craig DeLuz, coming at you from the West Coast, the left coast, behind the Iron Curtain, otherwise known as the Sierras. And as we all know, I do not do this program by myself, except, well, let's just see here. Mike is here, and I'm just trying to arrange to get him on the screen because, well, it ain't being too nice to me right now. My monitor and all that stuff. But trust me, Mike is here. In fact, here he is right now.
Welcome. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, everybody. My name is Mike Piroworski coming to you live from the East Coast. That's the coast with the most from the co-host with the most here on the Rundown. 2A Views, conservative news, and Craig, it's my favorite day of the week.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. Today would happen to be Hump Day.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's hump day.
Hump day!
It's hump day.
Hump day!
That's right, folks. Today is the day in which we attempt to begin the weekend, sometimes with success, sometimes not. But as I always like to say, the fun is in the trying.
Yeah, I'm going to need to try harder today. It hasn't kicked in here yet. Maybe another hour or two. How's it going there for you?
You know what? It was going fine until we started trying to get ready to connect today. Just having a bunch of issues. Don't know what it is, but you know what? We're here now. We're on. Everything is, well, I'm believing. Cross my fingers. I'm believing everything is set up and is going to work. But we're going to have a good time today.
There we go. Let's get her done. Get her done.
How's your day going thus far?
It's been mostly here at the in the studio or on the computer, taking care of other issues today. So trying to get the nice long weekend planned. So trying to dump all the work out of today.
Mm-hmm. So what are the chances you're going to get that done?
Oh, listen, I'm going no matter what. It's just how much work gets done before I leave it.
I like that attitude. I like the way you're thinking, sir.
Yeah.
That is really good stuff. That is really good stuff.
That's a set of priorities.
All right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and before we get into the program, let's go ahead and do what we do, and you know what that is. We always start off with giving a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah, let's say hi to our good friends at Hitman Industries. HitmanIndustries.net. Now you can get an AR rifle or pistol barrel, any length you desire, any caliber you desire, direct from the manufacturer. That's HitmanIndustries.net. California Republican Assembly fighting a good behind enemy lines. Now you can take part in California's future today. If you want the best in tactical concealed holsters on the market, get on over to Hog Holsters. That's HAWG holsters.com, hogholsters.com. Use the discount code The Rundown. That's all one word, no spaces, all caps. Get yourself a nice little discount. And if you're looking for the best in field gear, tactical gear, outdoor gear, whatever it may be, you can get everything except the gun at uscombatgear.com.
That's right, folks. These are our sponsors. They bring us to you so that we can bring you to them. Do them a favor. Do us a favor. Do yourself a favor. Take a moment, visit their website. All you got to do is follow the links in the description to this program. Go there, check them out, spend some money with them. Make sure you tell them it was the guys over at the Rundown that sent you. Also want to encourage you, if you haven't done so, please make sure like, share, subscribe. However you partake of the program, keep partaking, but let your friends know about it as well. You know, friends don't let friends not watch the Rundown.
That's right. Exactly right. Yeah.
On that note, let's get into it. Today's program is going to be slightly interesting. Not slightly. It's going to be more than slightly interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I had a chance to, if you've been following what's been going on with a lot of the mainstream media, there is this big thing that seems to be going on in left-wing media where, quite frankly, they are, what's the word I'm looking for? They've decided to take to calling J.D. Vance and Republicans in general weird. I mean, it's really weird, kind of the steps that they've taken. And I just wanted to play, before we got into the article, a quick montage of liberals basically on the campaign trail out there talking about Republicans and Republicans' positions and all of that, but in particular J.D. Vance and President Trump, referring to them as weird. And this should give you an idea of just how broad these talking points are, or at least how well, what's the word I'm looking for, how well distributed they are. Check it out.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
These guys are just weird. That's who they are.
As weird and creepy as J.D. Vance.
Super weird idea from J.D. Vance.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird, and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate.
They're weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird.
These Republicans just being weird. It's just weird. It's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
He said a lot of things that are weird. A weird style that he brings. Weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
What was weird was talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh? That seems very weird to me, that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye. If he has laughed, it's at someone, not with someone. That is weird behavior.
Weird and cultish.
These are weird people on the other side.
He kind of doubled down on his weird ideas.
I think weird is probably generous.
Simply weird.
These guys are just plain weird.
Vance as weird?
You know, as the campaign said, weird.
It really is just plain weird.
J.D. Vance, plain weird.
I mean, I don't know how else you could read it.
Weird. It is kind of weird.
We're not afraid of weird people.
The other side, they're just weird. Why are you being so weird?
Vance has done something more extreme, more weird.
No matter what kind of weird stuff they keep saying.
Trump and Vance are just weird, in addition to being dangerous to democracy.
That's the weird part that's the most engaging.
Whom he addressed as my beautiful Christians, which was super weird. Weird tech bro, J.D. Vance.
He's a weird guy. J.D. Vance, uneasy and sort of weird.
Frankly, for lack of a better word, that he's weird.
Sarcastic remarks that aren't even funny, and he kind of shows that he can't really deliver a one-liner.
So, Sam, weird is the word here in terms of initial.
Now, how can you see that many people use the exact same terminology about the exact same people that often and not recognize that these are clearly DNC talking points?
Absolutely, Craig. Here's the DNC. Listen, we need to get out the younger folks to vote. We need to get the 25s and under. So we got to find a word that attracts them. A word that's not too hip, but it's not all strange that only they get. It has to recognize by all genres, but we want to attract those younger under 25s. We need a weird word. Let's get a weird word in here. Oh, let's use the word weird. Weird. Let's use it 73 million times in the next 3 weeks. So all the kids will start listening. Did you say weird? Did you say weird? And now they're going to start voting because they keep hearing us call somebody weird. Well, if they're weird, we got to vote against them. That's what we're going to do. We're going to vote against them because they're weird. You know what's weird, Craig? You know what's weird? Coup d'etats. Coup d'etats are weird. They don't normally happen. You don't normally see a president forced from office and then the vice president put in as the apparent heir with anybody having voted for her whatsoever. It's weird, Craig. It's weird.
It is. It's definitely weird, and I'm trying to figure it out. What bothers me so much about it is that when you stop to think about all of the stuff, all of the policies that Democrats have worked to put in place, it's hard to see them as anything but weird, right?
Every one of them. They were all speaking. They all said the same word, weird, over and over. And everything they were talking about with J.B. Vance talking to Christians, they haven't heard him laugh. I didn't hear a word any of them said. I'm sorry. All I heard them say was the word weird over and over, trying to get that attention from the 25 and unders, except for Jen when she was on. All I see is her eyes. I don't hear her talking.
All you see is her eyes, really, dude.
I get lost in her eyes.
You get lost in Jen's eyes. Well, you need to work on that, dude. You really do.
I do.
I wish you could get just an original thought out of the folks on the left, because they are completely incapable of actually doing or saying anything that is completely original or anything like that. The funny part is that when you look at all the memes that are out there, I mean, here I was going to save these for for parting shots. I still got a nice one for parting shots, but like, take this one for example. All right, this is a phenomenal cartoon. So let's see, you got a drag queen story for your kids, who's also holding a sign, trans surgery for kids. Then you've got vote woke, late term abortion. Then you've got the admiral or sergeant or whoever that is, with the 3 o'clock shadow that's female. And then you've got Kamala Harris saying, he's so weird, cackle, cackle. And you just got JD Vance standing there saying, look, secure our borders, energy independence, American jobs. That's what's weird.
Yeah, that's perfectly said. It's what you and I hear. They're calling us weird.
I'm like, wow, okay. Maybe that's weird in California. Okay.
That's it.
I'm in California. I don't think it's weird, but okay, maybe I'll give you, maybe it's weird in California. But
yeah.
And really what it came down to was a statement that he made 4 or 5 years ago, or 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago, where he was being interviewed and he was talking about his book, Hillbillyology, and he makes the mention, he says, well, right now our decisions are being made by a bunch of, unwed, childless cat ladies. Well, here's the thing. The cat lady comment, that's a comedy line, clearly. But let's be real. The Democratic Party knows this. Other than perhaps the black male, other than the black vote, the only segment of society that is more dedicated to the Democratic Party are single college-educated females. And every poll is showing that. I mean, when you look at polls with women, right?
Cat lady.
Married women, first of all, men lean Republican. Single men lean Republican. In both cases, they lean Republican. Women overall lean Democrat. Married women split 50-50. Single women overwhelmingly Democrat. And the parties know this. And so they have adjusted their agendas and their campaigns for exactly that. And yet we're the weird ones. All he did was he pointed out a political reality.
Yeah, that they're weird.
Yes, they are.
They're weird. You know what else is weird, Craig?
What?
Trying to charge the former president with a crime. You know what else is weird? Putting him on trial and convicting him of felonies that are only misdemeanors. You know what else is weird? Setting up the event so he can be murdered on stage with a bullet. Those are weird things, Craig.
Oh, now you forgot. How about trying to run a corpse for president and then pulling that corpse off the stage and running a candidate who 2 weeks ago was so bad you were running a corpse for president?
I would go slightly less weird because that was orchestrated for a long time.
I'm sorry, I don't give him that much credit. But
we got used to that weirdness. We were just used to that weirdness, so it made it less weird.
All right, I'll give you that one. I'm not buying it necessarily, but the point that I'm making is, for them to call us weird and for them to be so calculated, so coordinated in the weird comment. The worst part about it is that it's going to put them in a very bad situation, because all we have to do now is show us and them. Let's see. We believe in securing the borders. They believe in letting everybody, their mother, their cousin, their uncle, criminal or not, come into the country. We believe that the people should decide, on the issue of abortion, on if it should be legal and when it should be legal. And they want abortion on demand. They want to be able to kill the baby up until the day it's supposed to be born. Right? We believe that kids should learn to read, write, and do math in school. They believe that they should learn that white people are oppressors and black people are oppressed, and that there are 72 different genders, and you might want to be one of those other 72.
That's right.
We're not the weird
Just
ones, Mike. Although the
stick to
Bible
the
does
3
say
Rs,
that
right?
we are a peculiar people.
Listen, I could see this backfiring on them. Remember when, oh boy, what was the word Hillary Clinton used that backfired on her that she was using there when she was running against Trump? But we could end up with, deplorables, right? And they were deportables, what we turned it around on her as.
They were deportables. So, we're deplorables, but they're deportables.
They were deportables, yeah. But I could see the Trump campaign coming out with a whole new wave of Make America Great Again weird hats,
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yep.
Make America weird again.
There you go.
All right, moving right along. Harris campaign staffer says she can't win this year. Talk about weird. That's right. According to, now this is a DNC staffer as well, but it's a DNC manager, but this is according to Breitbart, and they not that they are, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not
weird.
Unbiased, but I'll give them this. What it says here, report. DNC manager asserts weirdly unpopular. That's the tie-in to the last story. The weirdly unpopular Kamala Harris cannot win in 2024. Harris campaign aide Joyce DeSiri, a compliance manager at the DNC, believes Vice President Kamala Harris cannot win this year. A video published by James O'Keefe and reported by the Daily Mail shows. The video undercuts the DNC's narrative of party unity after Vice President Kamala Harris received the party's coronation without receiving one primary vote. Here's the video right here. Let's see if we can get the audio up here.
I like Kamala Harris, but I don't think she'd win this year.
Meet Joyce DeSiris, him, the compliance manager to the DNC.
What's your official title?
Compliance manager. My specific job, like the end-all be-all of my job, is reporting to the government how much the DNC raised and where it spent its money.
Saying that she doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of.
She's weirdly unpopular. She doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of because she's vice president.
Joyce DeSiris revealed how the DNC gains donations and what tactics they use, including just telling donors what they want them to hear.
When I was doing finance, like fundraising, we just call it finance and politics, you kind of tell a donor what they want to hear.
Which is what?
Whatever they want to hear.
DeSiris admits to the OMG citizen journalist American Swiper, you kind of tell a donor just what they want to hear.
You just put on a performance for them, a little show, right?
You just put on a performance for them, a little show, right?
So basically we're just feeding into their fantasy.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what's going on right now, folks. They're feeding into Democratic donors' fantasies. But like I said, it's people don't believe, and I don't think they've ever believed that Kamala Harris can actually or will actually win. Because like I said, right now, she's as high as she's ever going to get. Her numbers are as good as they are. She might get a bump out of the DNC, but that's going to be because there's going to be a dip between now and the DNC. But after that, it's all downhill, baby. It's all downhill. Because like I keep hearing other prognosticators say, all Trump has to do is just continue to play video and audio of Kamala Harris speaking, and she loses.
You know what else is weird, Craig? That old Joyce there goes by he, him. I don't know if you caught that or not.
I did not get that. He goes by. Well, you know what? That means that maybe he's just effeminate. That's all.
Yeah, Joyce wearing the blouse with the lipstick and the hair goes by he, him. There's nothing abnormal about that at all. That's not weird at all. So.
Well, if he has a penis, then he's a he, him.
I mean, you can't deny those facts right there.
Right. Now in California, once again, definitely weird.
Yeah. Outside of California, definitely weird. Inside of California.
Not the fact that he has a wig or anything. Just the fact that he goes by he, him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I mean, this guy's got like the reverse problem of everybody else. You know, they want to be called by different pronouns and dress the opposite sex, but he wants to keep the he him and dress as a woman. So I don't.
You know what? Like I said, at least he's biologically correct. I will give him that.
Yeah. No. And again, let me clarify. If you're an adult and you choose to be trans and live that lifestyle, and it doesn't affect anybody else, that's fine. That's on you. But you screwed up the pronouns, dude. Either do it or don't. I mean, what are you doing? Just.
I don't know. Like I said, he could just be trying. He could just be trying to be a very feminine man, feminine gay man.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I guess
he may be straight. He may just be an effeminate man. I don't know. Not. You know what? On the list of things about which I give an F, that one is not very high on the list.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's weird.
It is definitely weird, but then again, we know Democrats are weird.
That's right.
Tell you what else is weird, man. The border czar is back. That's right. Kamala Harris has released a new commercial. And in her new commercial, she is pointing out that she is the defender of our liberties. She is the defender of our borders and the American way. And Donald Trump is just a poser in her eyes.
On the border, the choice is simple. Kamala Harris supports increasing the number of Border Patrol agents. Donald Trump blocked a bill to increase the number of Border Patrol agents. Kamala Harris supports investing in new technology to block fentanyl from entering the country. Donald Trump blocked funding for technology to block fentanyl from entering the country. Kamala Harris supports spending more money to stop human traffickers. Donald Trump blocked money to stop human traffickers. Kamala Harris prosecuted transnational gang members and got them sentenced to prison. Trump is trying to avoid being sentenced to prison. There's two choices in this election: the one who will fix our broken immigration system, and the one who's trying to stop her.
Okay, now she's dropping something like 50 million, somewhere around there on that ad. Now, this is what's kind of funny is Politico is reporting it as Harris punches back over border czar attack, right? Reporting out of Atlanta, Kamala Harris is punching back at Donald Trump's border czar attacks. Harris, speaking at a campaign rally here on Tuesday, this is in Atlanta, drew on her background as California State Attorney General to contrast herself against the former president as he takes immigration a centerpiece. It makes a centerpiece of his campaign. She highlighted the pressure the former president put on his GOP Senate allies earlier this year to kill any border legislation that wasn't perfect after a bipartisan group of senators had crafted a compromise. Now, Mike, first of all, we talked a lot about that bill here, and we talked about how the fact that Donald Trump didn't have to call one single person in the Senate to kill that bill because it was a bad bill that did nothing to improve border security. But what do you think of this ad where she basically, as I like to say, she is freeing herself of her past, or as she would say, she is imagining what can be while being unburdened by what has been.
Did you catch where she said she prosecuted trans gang members? Did you catch that part? I thought that was odd. She said she.
I don't think she said trans gang members.
She said trans gang members.
Trans gang members.
That's what she said. She prosecuted trans gang members. It was in there.
Transnational gang members.
It's still a form of trans, right? I mean, you got so many terms out there. How are we supposed to keep track? All right. I just thought that meant that they were trans from a different country. I just thought that's what they meant. Is that what it means? Is that what it means? No? No? Testing
right.
This thing on?
Trans gang. She's prosecuting trans gang members.
I thought it was trans gang members from a different country. I thought that's what she said she was prosecuting.
What am I going to do with you, Mike?
Well, we one thing for sure, though, Craig. If they were black, we know she prosecuted them.
If they were black, we definitely know that she prosecuted them. What gets me is, once again, she is flat out changing her position on everything, and she's flat out lying about her record.
You mean lying is what she's doing. She's not changing. She's lying.
Well,
she'll do whatever she has to
saying,
do to get the power.
She's saying she's not against fracking. She is saying that she wants to be strong on the border.
Yeah.
Like I said, just about she said she never was for defunding the police. She wants to give more resources to law enforcement. Once again, the Trump campaign, all they really have to do is just pull out speeches from her. We're not talking, Mike. We're not talking like, 10 years ago. We're not talking 15 years ago. We're talking weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. She will lie about anything she has to get the power that she wants. That's all there is to it.
Well, remember, Joe Biden was a racist, and if his policies were put in place, she would have never been able to go to a good school in Berkeley.
That's right.
And by the way, back then Berkeley was still very liberal. They did not have to force busing in Berkeley. Trust me, they did not have to force busing in Berkeley. And by the way, for the person who all of a sudden found a Southern drawl, let us be real clear. During her formative years, middle school and high school, she was in Canada. She was in Canada at a rich community prep school.
Yep.
Just so y'all know. Anyway. There was an article over at The Trace, and every once in a while I come across interesting things over at The Trace, and I thought this one was interesting only in that they act like, the way sometimes they act with The Trace is like they discover something that is really kind of obvious and then act like, oh my God, I can't believe the horror of it all. Well, this particular article, they're talking about inside the secret multi-million-dollar operation to dismantle America's gun laws. How an undercover cop turned evangelical pastor became the middleman for the dark money scheme to take down the country's firearm regulations. Okay, I don't need to really get into the story to tell you how it ends, but Mike, do you ever read anything over at The Trace?
I couldn't even tell you where to find it. I just
thetrace.org.
No,
it's thetrace.org. No. I read this stuff because I've always been a big believer in you need to know what the enemy is saying. And they're acting as if this is a big secret campaign. And what's funny is, Mike, and you and I know because we go to the gun rights policy conference. We meet with the people who are we've met with and hung out and drank with and smoked cigars with the people who are leading the fight for our right to keep and bear arms. And I can tell you, number one, there ain't no big money cabal, right? They're scrimping, they're hustling more than you could ever imagine. And quite frankly, the reason why they've been successful is because of folks like you. People like you who give $50, $100, $200 here and there. It ain't a big money thing. And it's what's really helped, quite frankly, is, once again, I'll go back to it again, President Trump and his judicial appointments. That's why I'm like, if for no other reason, if you have no other reason to vote for Donald Trump, more people on the court, more liberty-minded judges on the bench, from the district courts all the way up to the Supreme Court. If you have no other reason to vote for him, that's the reason to vote for him.
That's it. I mean, it doesn't get more succinct than that, Craig. I mean, I could add to it and just say ditto. How about that? Ditto.
There you go. So, and like I said, you know me, and once again, I think Mike will attest that I won't say I've been a critic of Trump as much as I've been a supporter, but when I've believed he'd been wrong, I call balls and strikes pretty fairly in my perspective, So when I tell you this, I'm telling you straight. That is the number. Like I said, you don't need anything else. You don't need anything. If you want liberty-minded justices, vote Donald Trump. All right.
There you go.
There's my endorsement. Donald, I'll send you directions on where to send the check.
There you go. That's it.
Oh, good stuff. I always love when I'm doing this. I'm always love trying to find my cursor so that I can pull up stuff like this. Oh, did I go too far? I did. Here we go. We're at our parting shots now. Parting shots are brought to you by Hog Holsters. Just go to hogholsters.com. Make sure you use discount code The Rundown, all caps, no spaces. Get your hog holster today. I wanted to share this one with you because George Takei. Do you know who George Takei is, right?
Oh my.
That's right. Star Trek George Takei had the nerve to put this out on Twitter. He says, George Takei, Trump and Vance are just too weird for America. And I attend Star Trek conventions, right?
Yep.
This is also George Takei.
Yeah.
Weird about I'll let you describe that one for the folks.
It looks like they're at their military entrance processing physical, and an old Asian man is checking out their bubbles.
It's look like he's banging out prostate exams 2 at a time.
That's what they do at the MEPS exam. They get an old Asian doctor, and he looks at your butthole.
Oh, that is hilarious. But yeah, but in his eyes, J.D. Vance is weird. Okay, this next one, and this also goes right along with what we were talking about, and we're going to, over at the Babylon Bee, they actually have, weird or not, they have a weird test, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the weird test, and we're going to find out which is weird or not. So here we go. Clicking on it, taking the weird test. All right. Let's see. We got here a picture of Marco Rubio and his family. Is this weird or is this not?
I'm going to go with not weird.
Okay, we're going to go with not weird. Oh, incorrect. Your answer, not weird. Correct answer, weird. Explanation. 4 kids. Does he know how bad that it is for the climate? That's very weird. Okay. Oh, is that supposed to be who is that behind that mask?
That's a dog-faced pony soldier, right?
That is a dog-faced pony soldier. Yes! Oh, you are phenomenal at this, Mike. You are very, very good at this. Is that weird or is that not?
I'm going to go with weird. Okay, we're
going to go with weird. Dog-faced pony soldier. Nope. Incorrect. Your answer was weird. Correct answer is not weird. Explanation. Dogs are a wonderful, valued part of the military. Not weird, especially if you are looking for dog-faced pony soldiers. Oh, wow. Okay. This was the undersecretary for something. Dude who is non-binary, bald-headed with a mustache, wears lipsticks and dresses. He also got caught at the airport stealing other people's luggage multiple times. And by the way, he had to quit his job because he got arrested for it. Weird or not weird?
I'm going to go with weird.
We're going to go with weird. Okay. Incorrect again. Explanation. Stealing a red lace dress because it's the perfect accessory for a mustache is not weird at all. Wow. All right, here we go. Donald Trump, Tim Scott, old white guy. Not as old, middle-aged black guy. Both Republicans sitting together. Weird or not weird?
See a couple of dudes wearing suits, having the same political conversation. I'm going to go with not weird.
We're going to go with not weird.
Not
Incorrect
weird.
Again. Explanation. Hold up. A black Republican? That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know who created black Republicans, right?
That would be Lincoln.
White Democrats.
Yeah. White Democrats. There you go. Yeah. All right, here we go again. Looks like Mike Johnson and his family. Weird or not weird?
And we got to count the kids, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. So bad for the environment. But they look like they might be adults. The girls. So I'm going to go with not weird.
Okay, we're going not weird again. Nope, that would be incorrect.
Damn
Do
it.
you know this man used an internet filter to help protect his sons from pornography? So weird.
That is weird.
That must mean he actually had to talk to them about the birds and the bees.
Yeah. Yeah, leave the birds and the bees alone until you're 18. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is, except it looks like a dude with long fingernails. I'm gonna say weird, unless he's doing coke with like all four fingers. I'm saying weird.
Wearing a blouse and he's got a Karen haircut, so I'm gonna go with weird.
Oh, he's daring the Karen. There we go. Incorrect. Those are the fingernails of greatness, not weirdness. Thank you, press secretary intern. Oh, that's a press secretary intern. Oh my. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's JD Vance again, or JD Vance, and his family. Now he's only got 3 kids, so I think that maybe that doesn't qualify as weird.
Now, you got to look at the picture, right? The way his arm is holding there, I thought that might have been a sleeveless shirt, which might have made him weird, but that's just a trick of the eye. It's actually a regular T-shirt, so I'm going to go with not weird.
Okay, not weird. Well, now he did write a book called Hillbillyology, so if he's wearing a sleeveless T-shirt, it wouldn't be weird considering his hillbilly roots.
We'd have to see the feet also to go full hillbilly, though.
Okay, have to see the feet. Incorrect. Look at this guy laughing with his ultra successful wife and 3 kids. So cringe. Definitely weird. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Beelzebub. I mean, trans woman reading to kids, like little kids. Wow. Weird, not weird.
I don't know. They said it was weird when Governor DeSantis outlawed this in Florida, so I'm going to go with weird based on what Captain Florida said.
All right, we're going to say weird. Incorrect. There is nothing more natural than kids hearing stories from a horned demon drag queen. Not weird at all.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. All right, here we go. We got Kamala Harris and what appears to be a very large hair wigged drag queen. I'm sorry. Just based on the hair, I'm calling weird.
Oh, just anything with Harris in it, I'm calling weird.
Okay. Oh, 2 queens there slaying. Not weird. All right, last one.
Yeah.
You got Donald Trump and his family standing on stage. He's giving the little fist pump with the bandage on his ear. Weird, not weird. Well, it looks like his kids and their kids. Huh.
Yeah, I was going to say because that's that is not what's his youngest son's name?
Barron.
Yeah, that's not Barron on the end there.
No.
Barron's been taller than that for about 5 years now. I'm going to go with not weird.
Okay, we're going with not weird. Incorrect again. Are Hitler's kids and grandkids weird? Well, they would be if he had any. Definitely weird. Okay, oh no, you must be weird. Get it together, you wacko. Yes, I would say in this particular case, I would say we definitely classify as weird, and I say proudly classify as weird.
Yes. Weird. I guess we're weird.
Guess we're weird.
Weird
you
and
weirdo.
proud. Weird.
All right, well, hey, it's about that time. We're reaching the end of the program, but you know what we do at this time? We always give a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Oh, no. Hitman Industries, hitmanindustries.net. If you got an AR in the past 5 years, you probably got one of their barrels and don't even know it. Now you can buy from them factory direct. You can get your next AR barrel for your next rebarreling, your next platform, or rebarrel the current platform you have. Whatever you want to do with your barrels, they got them at hitmanindustries.net. California Republican Assembly fighting a good fight behind enemy lines. Now you can take part in California's future today. And if you want the best in field gear, tactical gear, web gear, whatever it might be, you can get everything except the gun from uscombatgear.com.
That's right, folks. Please take a moment once again, visit our sponsors, and let them know that the folks over at The Rundown sent you. And with that, we once again are wrapping up the show. We very much appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you liking and sharing the program and encouraging your friends to do the same. We're going to be back tomorrow on Throat Punch Thursday. Till then, y'all stay safe, have fun, and if you get a chance, make sure to send a few downrange. I'm Craig DeLuz. He's Mike Pilwarski, and we are out.
Bye, Ruben.